asked people to recommend me books they didn't like it, and reading through all the recommendations, I have gotten to know your guys' book taste quite well, and so it only makes sense for me to share more things about mine. This is part 3, which is things in books that I love. Starting with deeply developed magic. I am such a sucker for a good magic system. It doesn't even have to be anything original, but when it is done well, I love that shit. I also really love lore and world history. You know, when the world feels bigger and the timeline feels longer than what we get to experience in the book. It's like we're getting a snapshot of a world that has been very deeply lived in and has experienced a lot of different things. I also love when I have emotional reactions to a story. Like if a book can make me feel the feelings, I'm automatically going to like it more. And they don't have to be positive either. Like, yeah, it'd be great if you could make me happy, but also make me feel rage or envy or despair or scare the shit out of me. I love that. I welcome it. Romance. And I know that I have in the past sounded a little bit like a romance hater. I'm a very specific type of romance hater. I'm a contemporary romance hater. I love love. I really do. I tend to prefer it as a subplot, but I love reading people's love stories, especially unlikely love. This isn't necessarily something that I love, but it's not something that's going to put me off a book either. I don't really have preferences on what point of view the book is told from. I know that some people are really firmly in the camp that they prefer first person versus third person. I'm not really like that. I don't love second person, but I know that there are books out there that do it really well. Harrow of the Ninth is one of them. The perspective a book is written in is not a determining factor in whether or not I'll like the book as long as it makes sense for the story. Found family. This is one of my favorite tropes. I have always loved being able to experience people finding their people. I'm always going to have a soft spot for that trope for that reason. Mythology. This can be in-world, unique to the story mythology. This can be mythology retellings. This can be like Earth mythology, especially from other cultures that is a central piece to the world. And in terms of like genres that I tend to prefer, fantasy, sci-fi, science fantasy, like details or subplot things that I really like. This is not an exhaustive list. Urban fantasy, high or epic fantasy, dystopian, space operas, academy settings, magical wars, magical creatures, like mind-to-mind mental magic, fantasy heists, epic quests, and I will end with this for now. I love a chess-playing main character like Kaz Brekker or Aelin, Ash River, Whitethorn, Galathinius. I love when I get outsmarted by the main characters, getting to their thought processes and like the revelations, and as the whole picture starts to come together, how the fuck did they get there? Like, I love that. And that will conclude part 3 of 4. The last one is going to be just a quick run through of some of my all-time favorite reads.